Hello, 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 hello. Incredible greetings, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome in. Oh, shoot. I just realized something. I forgot to go in and change something. Man, I forgot to go change something. So let me do that. Let's edit post. I think it's too late though. Shoot. It might be too late, but it's okay. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and fix this post. As promised, I know I said 3, but I was on a call, and we're going to. Ooh, child, that came in crazy over there. Oh wow. Alrighty then. Hello, hello, hello. Incredible greetings. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. All right. I got to go back over here. This time we are going to use our highlight and at everyone. All righty. Whatever. Okay. Welcome, welcome, welcome in, everyone. I'm sorry, I had other stuff over there I had to do. How are you guys doing? Incredible greetings, incredible greetings, incredible greetings. Welcome, welcome, welcome in, everyone. Ooh, my eyeball is itching, y'all. Ooh, it's itching. All right, so this is a live broadcast. I know, like the beginning of this is like all over the place. I'm not looking at you guys. I'm looking over here, looking over there. I'm talking about my itchy eyeball. It's just it's a real lot. Like it's not a whole production. One of these days, I'm gonna become a grown up, and I'm going to make sure the little complaint that I get. Oh, make sure that you're ready. It's not that I'm not ready. I'm my own producer. So I have to do all these things, and I can't just sit here and just like talk to you guys because I have to kind of get it. So I'm going to figure out a better system for that where I can do the things. I used to not let you guys see my face. So you didn't see what I was doing. I would just have a banner over, I would just have the banner up and I'm like doing my thing. I'm just like trying to talk through it. You guys didn't see what I was doing, but then, so I'm, oh, we can't see you. We can't do this. We can't do that. So yeah, now I really don't, I just kind of just come on so that you can at least see, my face. And yeah. we're going to get started in just a moment. I am sharing out this post, so just bear with me. Okay, there we go. We are all shared out. Now I can stop looking down and I can look directly at y'all, okay? So I think I said hello. Hey, Honey Bum, how are you? Hello, hello, hello. Incredible greetings. Thank you very much for tapping in. Jump channels to support both places. Thank you. Hey, Miss Wood, how are you? Hey, Crystal, welcome in. Carol, how art thou? Welcome in. All right, y'all. I'm going to get right into this. How are you guys doing? I am Shakia, the professor of HS Inc. 365. We are the home of the Honestly Speaking brand of products. And so I was on the phone with one of my mentees, and like she was like pouring into me. And at some point, like it's trending now. I watched David Sheehan. It's like to have a podcast, but I'm like, I don't really want to post it on podcast platforms. I just want the visual part of it. And so she's like, well, you should start a podcast. I'm like, well, technically I get on here and I say what I want to say anyway. So I'm like, it is a podcast. So I think like now, since I'm no longer doing like Q&As, I'll probably do one like that's like an official type one. But I really think that like when I'm doing like my live videos now, when I come on and it's kind of like me almost like in monologue mode, because I'm not really asking, like it's not really, I ask for you guys like for responses, but it's not like how it was like just kind of a Q&A waiting for your questions and just answering them. I think, I want to have it set up like I really have the perfect name for a podcast and what I do. It can still be the Honestly Speaking, like under the Honestly Speaking brand. It's the Honestly Speaking. I don't think I would go back to like putting it as like the word speaking, because I mean, our brand is still Honestly Speaking, but I'm just going to call it the Honestly Speaking podcast, like, because I'm going to just speak honestly, like I did this morning. So, it's like, I love it when my mentees like pour into me and make me think, they're always saying like I'm challenging them to think, but I like the fact that I'm like, okay, I guess I can. I'm overthinking it, trying to come up with a different name. And like, I'm like, oh my God, yet something else. But we're just going to call it the Honestly Speaking podcast. So it'll be labeled that at some point. All right. But no, our brand is Honestly Speaking. We carry the absolute best summation paper and ink. Our paper allows you to submit as low as 365 degrees, as fast as 30 seconds. Be sure to check it out right now. There is a closeout. We're trying to reduce our inventory down by like 75%. So go ahead, take advantage of that. All paper sizes are available. The multi-packs, the cases, everything is 52% off. Any inks that we have available, they are also available for closeout, as well as the heat tapes. So go check that out over on shop.hsinc365.com. All right. Again, that is shop.hsinc, or just go to hsinc365.com. Both web pages will, both web addresses will get you to the website, and go ahead and take advantage of 52% off of our entire like inventory of ink and paper, like Honestly Speaking products. Okay. We are also the home and creators of Silaholics Anonymous. That is our platform where we have been teaching creatives and crafters alike how to utilize Silhouette Studio, and it's a free program. So how to leverage this free program for your creative needs, especially if you just want to be able to design, to print things out. You do not have to have a machine in order to use Silhouette Studio. Anyone can download it and use it. You can get the one-time upgrade to Designer, or Designer Plus, or Business. I highly recommend the business one because it allows you to save in different file formats, so that you can take it out of a Silhouette Studio and be able to use it in Canva, use it in Cricut Design Space, use it in Photoshop, use it in Photopea, use it in Affinity. So if you have Business Edition, you have the ability to do that. So look into getting Business Edition. We do have a link on our website where you can get it for a discounted rate, compared to what you would get it at on Silhouette America's website. And also we do receive a small commission if you go through our link. So consider going to our website, hsinc365.com, and clicking on that link if you are ready to upgrade to one of the upgraded editions of Silhouette Studio. We are also the home of 365 Creative Academy. That is our online academy where we have been teaching creatives how to do various things. I mean, physical projects and from phone board to party favors, how to do sublimation, making shirts. We've also had we have a lot more. So design classes, pricing for profit, pricing therapy, and what we are going to talk about today, the Creative Business Accelerator Program. When I launched this 2 years ago, it was our pilot program. I went through, kind of looked through a lot of the stuff that, that was taught. It was done over 10 weeks. Now it's a lot of things that I realized we kind of needed to put in there. So I've revamped it, and now it is the Accelerator Program. It's a 20-week program. The information is broken up into 20 weeks, but we will have, of course, maintenance sessions and still kind of have live things through, throughout the, as far as mentorship. But the way I've broken down the bulk of the essential things that you need to learn, it's over a 20-week period, because it's a lot. I'm sharing 26 plus years of information in this program. And I have operated from the creative space. So I know some of the things will probably resonate more with those who are crafters or creators, but I am able, the things that we're going to talk about, really anyone. I have some people that I've talked about it with locally, because I'm the type of person, I'm always talking up the business and just kind of letting them know what we're going to go through and how this can be beneficial for them. So there are someone that does hair, in braids and stuff. I have a teacher that's coming on board. She's I'm ready to kind of maybe come out of the classroom. So I need to learn all these things about business and taxes and websites and, a teaching platform that I can use. How do I market? How do I brand it? If I want to use social media, and being able to sit down and actually speak to people, what equipment do I need? So these are all the things that we're going to be going through in this Creative Business Accelerator Program. And so I'm going to just break that all down, answer any questions that you guys may have to help you make your decision to join us that much easier. All right. So with that being said, I'm going to see, where do we leave off? Hello. Hey. All right. How many of you are here where you would like to turn your creative skills, your craft skills, your passion? How else do you guys describe this? So it's monetizing your creative skills, your craft, turning your passion into profit, all the things. You just want to be an entrepreneur with the things that you are able to hand make with your hand, that you're able to hand make, that you're going to design yourself. In your mind, you have this vision planned out as a solopreneur, but it's so much more that to business. But how many of you guys here, let me see by a show of hands or with a one, you are someone that would like to monetize and be able to either make it your full-time thing, supplement your income, utilize it to pay for a specific thing. I'll tell you, when I started with this business and kind of doing my event planning business, and then it was the print shop where I'm creating, designing and printing stuff for people. Even had, really, really nice job. Okay. When I was in the military, I was doing it, but it wasn't really a business. I just did it just to do it. But when it became a business, it wasn't that we necessarily needed that money. It was kind of our vacation money. It was the money to, once we had MJ, it's the after high school fund. I am a parent where I won't push just college. It was always pushed on us. That was the only route to success, was going to college. I have since learned that there are other routes, and the way that, just society has just shifted and changed. College is not the only route to success. But when you didn't have for me and my culture and the environment that I was in, we were not privy to a lot of the information that I now know for wealth building and building a business and understanding why tax laws exist. They're not for regular consumers, it's for businesses and how you can leverage that to create the life that you want and, just make it, design it how you want it to be. So now I'm able to share that with my kids. I'm able to share that with others where we even the people that are my age, I'm 43, I'll be 44 this year, where, we just never really got that information. And people who are older than me and still never got that information, I want to be able to share that so you can just create the life that you desire to have, right? So I am putting together this program for those who would like to take their interest, their passions, their skills, their gifts, their talents, and turn it into a thriving business. If that is you, put a 1 in the chat. Hey, 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 hey. Incredible greetings. Welcome, welcome in. Hello, hello, hello. Okay, so I see a 1, a 1, a 1, a 1, a 1. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome in, welcome in. All right, so I see another one there. Anyone else? Okay, another one. Oh, wait, that's the same one that's up there. Okay, so hello, hello, hello. Actually, I just realized these are all, I'm not sure if it just went out of order or did you guys put your numbers in again? Because it's literally like in the same order but reverse. That's kind of weird. Oh, wow. All right. So for those of you who have placed a 1 in the chat, if you are able to, you're able to safely do it. I know it's a time where some people might be getting off work and you are driving. Don't try and text and drive. Okay. Just be very, 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 very safe when it comes to that. But if you are able to, what are some of your the things that are holding you back, right? What are some of the things that are preventing you from going full on? Is it just, lack of knowledge? Like I said, like I did not, the things that I know now, I wish I knew back then because I feel like I would be like, 1,000 times further, than what I am now. Like, I'm doing great, but if I would have had that information, I could have made some different decisions, and maybe not had so much of the learning curve to navigate through. So is it just not having the right information on starting? Is it that, I have the information, but I really don't know how to process this? I need for someone to help me process this, put this in, some sort of order and map out how I should be approaching this. How should I have this business set up? What protections do I need? Like, what is this business going to really, really cost me? For some of you, it's like, okay, I've been doing the things, but I really just don't understand how I should be pricing things out. What is your biggest hangup right now in turning your interest, your passion, your skills, your gifts, your talents into a business? Ooh, I look like Zion Imani. Or should I say Zion Imani looks like me? Health and lack of knowledge. Now, the lack of knowledge I can kind of help with. Now, I don't know the extent of the health things and how that will affect you being able to really go at the things that you desire to do. I was just actually speaking to someone like right before I got on and talking about like scaling and how a lot of crafters like think about what business will be, and it's like, man, I can't do this forever. It's like they're still thinking on like the craft level and thinking that they have to use a Cricut or a Cameo or, you know, this smaller printer to make things move and groove and make it shake and like have a business. And that's not the case. It's just that they've never been introduced to a more efficient way of doing something, because all the videos just kind of focus on all of the craft things. Like, I mean, just even today, I just saw like 3 different videos where Cricut has launched yet another set of machines. So there's like the Cricut Maker 4 and Cricut Explorer 4 that's supposed to like cut faster. I didn't really get to watch them, but when you're looking at descriptions for most of them, it's just, oh, it's going to cut faster. So we got a whole new machine, probably a much higher price point just for it to cut faster. I'll tell you what I really, really think happens sometimes when it comes to these machines is just the manufacturing of it. And, you know, you may invest in certain let's say the mold or like however they're making the machines to like get like the casing and all that. I really be thinking sometimes something must be happening to like whatever they were using to make these, because we're not, especially with Cricut, the design of it is kind of somewhat the same. So I guess maybe not, because their designs are really, really similar. I never really see like major changes that prompts them to like have like all these different machines. Now, understood the jump from Explorer to Maker and then from Maker to Venture, but I'm like, what we care all these machines for, Cricut? Y'all ain't changing y'all shape, like the way that it moves. It still uses the same tools and things like that. Like, okay, well, we just made it faster. Like, we really have a whole machine, and you're gonna charge me an extra $100 just to make it faster? Like, come on, dude. I just think that they want to do the new machine so they can change their price points. Like, I really think that's what it is. All right, but yeah, I cannot help with like the health part, but lack of knowledge, I mean, we can definitely give you the information. I lack confidence. Okay. I'm new to the game, so I need all the help. Okay. Self-doubt and consistency, finishing school in May. All right. I could definitely use help with social media, letting people know I'm out here. So I will say that if you, okay, social media, remember, I'm always saying this, it's a resource, not the source. So the viability of your business should not rely strictly on like social media. I see where you are posting consistently, right? The formula for it is to just post consistently. I would say probably the only other thing with your content that I don't see, you know, the way that you're taking your pictures, it's quality images. You know, it's clear. It may just be caption and you're putting songs to things. I would recommend for you, only because I know like your content, you've been one of my students for a really long time. It would be try doing some voiceovers. Faceless brands like work, we don't have to necessarily show your face, but you're going to need more content. Like, we're not just showing the thing, having a voice to it and making it where it's more of a commercial, like, and it's call to actions. When you're look at and study the commercials that you see on TV, how can you go and package it up into a 30-second spot, a 1-minute spot? If you had the opportunity to, you know, have an agency take you on and actually do promo for your business, what would you like for them to say? And you need to now do that without the ad agency. So that's the one thing that I can see is like just messaging when you're posting it, where it's not asking for the sale. A lot of people are afraid to ask for the sale, and just say, hey, this has a price point to it. I see so many people on social media. It's the, oh, well, I mean, yes, we want to get traffic to the website, but we also want conversions. Sending people just to your website just to kind of see what the price is and then they leave, this is not going to mess up your analytics because people are just kind of going. It's like browse abandonment. They're going to come, they're going to look at it, and they're going to leave. We want people to come to the website when they are ready to make a purchase. Like, well, at least that's my philosophy on it. So utilizing social media to give them as much information as possible is one of the bigger things. It can't be like, oh, well, I know I can, if I just figure out this social media thing, I can be more successful. I'll get more orders. You also need to have a presence locally and network and do things like that. Like, that's how businesses get their name out. Like, they're showing up to events, they're sending some sort of representation to different events. They're sponsoring certain things so that their logo is shown. That's where you really should be investing a lot more of your time, and not just in trying to figure it out on social media, because every social media site, it's going to be different. What you post on one site may not track well on another site. You have to do A and B tests to test out different captions. Doing content and all that stuff, it can be a job in of itself, which is why a lot of people have social media managers. But that's good. It's only one part of it. Is everything else. I mean, now that's the only thing. If you feel like everything else in your business is A1A, A1A, some avenue. What's Vanilla Ice? What is it? It's not East Point. I was about to say that. Because he's talking about somewhere here in Miami. But anywho, just make sure that everything else in your business, like, if everything else in your business is A1A, then you can focus on just the social media component, but then you're going to have to maybe pay for some things like automation. A lot of people think that, comment is only for those who are selling a digital product. It's only for coaches, because that's what you mainly see utilize that. Like, oh, comment with this, but you guys can use that as well. I said this a couple of days ago. If you are responding to posts from, coaches or mentors and people like me that are teaching anything, and, they're saying, okay, well, hey, if you're struggling with this comment, blah, 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 and you're commenting, guess what? You can do that on your platform as well for your items. Hey, do you have a cousin, niece, brother, uncle, whoever, whatever, that's graduating from, or moving up from pre-K, 5th grade, 8th grade, they're a senior in high school, seminary school, they're in college or whatever, comment, I have a grad, or whatever it is, and get them engaged. And then you're able to really push it, but you have to be okay with asking for the sale. That's what I see a lot of issues is you guys are afraid to ask for the sale. I need help organizing my ideas and getting out there more to promote my business, learning the bottom line with pricing and marketing. Okay. Learning the business ends of things, such as the best way to set up business, taxes, LLC, etc. I'm comfortable with summation side and the crafting side of things. I'm very critical of my own work. Okay. Lack of business knowledge, taxes, credit. A lot of people kind of go to the credit and you don't even really need the credit yet. You want to be able to have your credit profile up, but someone's like, oh, I wish I had business credit so I can get like a bigger machine. You haven't even fully maxed out the machine that you have. You don't even have the clientele for it. And we're worried about credit for things like we're just going to put ourselves in debt. So we want to learn about how to leverage it, how to put ourselves in a position to be able to get the credit, but you don't have to act on it immediately. I also don't know how to really prioritize my time to work my skills because I work 2 jobs and a mother of 3, but I'm working on my focus. I agree. I just hate the way that I sound. Well, then if you hate the way that you sound, this is why companies then get spokesmodels and, spokespersons where it's going to be their voice. It is okay. If I go right now and I have MJ come in here, MJ will let you know that every time I get off a live, I'm like, oh my God, I hate the sound of my voice. I absolutely hate it. But other people like, oh, I love your voice. Like, some people say it was soothing. And I'm like, how in the hell? I don't like the sound of my voice. I really, really don't. I cringe listening back to video sometimes. Like, that's crazy. I think our voices just sound weird coming back to us, but other people hear us differently. So you have to either, not worry about it, not listen to yourself, like in a playback maybe, or you're going to have to either barter with someone for them to be the voice, but you still have to be clear. Even if you don't like your voice, your messaging has to be clear about what it is that your company offers. And you can share that messaging and put it all together and give someone a script to basically talk about your business. Especially creative entrepreneurs or those who are coming from like the craft space, it's like we want to DIY or DIM everything, do it myself, and you really don't. That is one of the hardest lessons that I've had to learn in business is I don't have to DIM everything. It's a struggle. I have control issues. I'm a Gemini, okay? I have control issues sometimes. So feeling like I have to take charge of everything is a blessing and a curse in certain areas and certain time frames of business. It has been to my detriment and things have fallen apart because I'm trying to do everything. I had a whole heart attack because I'm trying to do everything. I had a heart attack at 43 because I was just determined to really, 40. How old was I? 42. Wasn't 43 yet. No. Yeah, 42. Okay, there we go. Because I'll be 43 this year, and I just said, okay, yeah, I've survived a year. So yeah, heart attack at 42. So you have to either get somebody to do it, but you don't have to do everything in your business, okay? Incredible greetings. Hello, hello, hello. All right. So some of the things that you guys are struggling with is like what the main, like that on here. Okay. Like, what the world is going on? It's part of what our 5-day intensive will cover. All right. I'm going to just go through. I'm going to come over here. Now, we are going to start on Saturday where it's kind of more like a meet and greet. I want you guys to get in the room early, be comfortable, because I can just throw a bunch of information at you. But if you're not engaged, you're not speaking up, you're not being honest with yourself, whether you speak up in the sessions or you write it down. Like, one of the requirements is going to be you cannot come to any session without a notebook. And it's a dedicated notebook for this accelerator program. Like, that is mandatory. I am going to need to see a note or two from you that you have written down in this book after every single session. And you have watched that's going to be a requirement, okay? Because even if you're not going to engage, you have to still do the work. If confidence is your issue, the only way that you're going to be able to overcome that is to face it, is to push through it. Be uncomfortable in speaking with people. Be uncomfortable in asking for the sales. But if you can do this in a room of people that you've never really met, like this is going to be your starting point, right? If you can then go and speak up, you can turn the camera on and speak in a room of people. There won't be, hopefully there shouldn't be any judgment because everybody's there for the same reason. Like, I want to be able to get better. Everyone's going to basically be on the same playing field. Some may have more experience, but the fact that you need to be in this class, no person is better than the next. You're all going to be equal. So you should feel confident and, comfortable with, I'll say confident, but just eventually become more comfortable with speaking up. If you don't want to hear your voice, in your content, speak up in the class. Go back and listen to that and close your eyes while you're listening to it. Try to, push all the self-doubt and the things that are telling you, okay, yeah, I hate this. And listen for the beauty in your voice. I had a session and like someone was saying, you were most excited talking about X, Y, and Z. Then when you talked about these things, you didn't seem as confident. You want to discover what are you most passionate about? We do all these craft things and we're like, okay, I'm just passionate about everything. I just like creating. But I promise you, the more you talk about things, there are going to be some things where your face lights up. You can't help but cheese when you talk about it. And there's going to be some things where you're going to find that, okay, it's like heavy on you. You can sit up and talk about some stuff, and other things like, okay, wait, let me sit back and okay, so this, and your posture changes. But you won't really, like, if you're not talking about it on the regular and you're not practicing that, you're not going to figure out where your strengths are. So maybe your strength won't be in there's certain messagings and like ways you can put your business out there. It might be, hey, I'm not confident as, I'm gonna say, like Aquisha, or but I can create a persona, right? Beyonce did it, Sasha Fierce, and there are so many people that have personas, and they are able to be outside of themselves when they're putting on, not to say like a mask, but they're just in that mode. You may need to do that and just kind of have a persona for your business, almost like a stage name. Yes, that is your legal name, but I'm Shakia the Professor. I come and I show up very, very confident, because I think that saying the professor just holds a lot of weight. I have to be up here and I have to be confident in what I'm saying. Now, I was always confident, Shakia Lavelle too, but it just brings about something else. But I'm like, I'm like, Shakia, the professor, I enjoy saying that. So what brings you joy? That's going to be one of the things too. Like, mindset is so important. Our like day one, when we start the accelerator, it starts with mindset. You have to adjust your thinking and your mindset to build up that confidence where you are going to be able to go out and boldly speak about your business. It's going to be like, you always almost want someone to be like, shut the hell up. Okay, we get it. You got a business. It's great. You told us 1,000 times. How often are you talking about it? Like, I'm addicted to talking about my business. My son went to go get his hair braided, and I could not help but talk about the business. We go to the movies. I'm like seeing things. I'm obsessed. Your confidence will build when you become obsessed over your business. Okay. So that's one of the, like, those are some of the things that we're going to discuss. I'm going to come over here. The 5-day intensive will cover my 5 pillars. I'm trying to get to my notes here. Okay. And y'all know one of my favorite words is essentials. All right. I'm going to basically mute you. I'm trying not to ban you, but I think you're just really trolling. I normally like comments for engagement, but I'm sick of it. So we're just going to put you in timeout. Go have several seats. All right. So y'all know I love the word essentials. My branding is based on that. I have essential SEO, essential Photoshop. I'm always talking about like the essential things of business. And like my Canva was the only one, because if I'm being honest, I didn't really want to do Canva. So I wasn't really committed to it and putting it, in the branding with everything else as far as like essentials. I'm probably going to eventually change the name to, Essentials of Canva instead of Understanding Canva 101, or create like another class for it. But, my whole thing is essentials. So I have my 5 essential pillars of like, just for any business. Like, these are things that you have to basically start with, get a clear understanding of. And in no particular order. If you have not seen this post, I highly recommend that you go over to Facebook and you put them in order of how you feel, like order of importance to you and what you feel like someone should like start with first. So these are marketing and branding and business identity, how the world sees, how you see your business, how you want the world to see you, your ordering process and customer experience. So what's your onboarding? How do they contact you? What's your policy for responding back? How do you respond back? If you don't have a website, what is your, when you're emailing them, Is it consistent? So I'm going to show you in this how to be able to leverage things like ChatGPT to where your brand voice sounds the same, even in emails. And you can kind of go and give it just like, okay, I know what I want to say. Because okay, let's ask this question. Put it number 2. How many times have you been in a situation where it's like, okay, I know what I want to say, I just don't know how to frame it. Like, or it's like, man, I feel like I'm all over the place and like saying this, and you just wish that you had somebody to help reel you in and rein in your thoughts where it's like not all over the place. Cause like, I know what I want to say. I just don't know how to say it. Put a 2 if that is you. Or say me. I like the me too. Me too. See, do me too, whatever. All right. So I see a 2, a me, a 2, a me, 2. All right. So ChatGPT can actually help you with that. I was one where I'm not gonna lie, I ran away from AI until I learned how to properly use it. The way that I talk to ChatGPT, I train my ChatGPT. It understands my voice, how it put like when I wanted to create something, I can go and say, like I did for this one, right? I used to stress over trying to figure out captions. So I would just kind of have anything on there. I'm not really thinking about it. Like it was just stressful to me. And then typing it all out, being able to just put in an idea because I've trained it and it knows like how I speak and things of that nature. And I can just tell it what I want and it's going to spit it out. Game changer. That's like just it's on automation. I don't really have to overthink it. It doesn't and I'm like at one point I let my chat GPT know that I'm an overthinker. Like I basically told my chat GPT so much about me so that it can frame things. You can have your chat GPT set up where when you tell it that you want to create an email, you go and you train it and say, every time I'm creating an email for this, I need it to start this way and end this way, right? So like my general emails, it knows if I say right now, I need to create an email about it's going to start incredible greetings. And it already knows that it needs to end with until next time, have a great, until next time, have a, no, I think it's until next time, continue to unlock your creativity. I don't think I put my whole tagline, because it always is. Until next time, have a great one. Continue to unlock your creativity and be incredible. I think it just says, until next time, continue to unlock your creativity and be incredible. And then if it's something where I'm like doing it just for the ink, it's like, just be incredible. But I trained it and told it to do that. If I'm doing something and I'm like, okay, I'm about to do a live video about like Silhouette Studio, give me a description, it automatically knows to put the link for my Essentials of Silhouette Studio. That is how well I have trained my chat GPT. And I want to show you guys how to do that as well. Okay. So we're going to have sessions where we're going to go through, chat GPT. I'll share with you. So all I wrote was doing a live introducing my Creative Business Accelerator Program. And it gave back to me. So I told it at one, like with these, like, so I have like in folders, I said, for all of my live video titles, include the red record icon and live with the line at the front of each title. So when I did it this morning, it did it for me automatically. I just copy and paste. I don't have to type all that out. It kind of makes you lazy, but also makes you more efficient. So when I did this one, like it did that one. And when I did, preparing for this live, I just said, doing a live introducing my Creative Business Accelerator Program, right? Because I've already fed it the information that I want to, like, I broke it all down, like what I'm going to have in the program, like all that stuff, right? So description, you guys are if you read the description, it gave me the red, the live, the line, introducing the Creative Business Accelerator. Now, the only thing that this chat, like my GPT will not stop doing, I told it, stop with all these damn emojis. Because to me, that just scream. I mean, at this point, it's not this thing of, oh my God, you don't write your own copy. I just feel like everybody. Okay. So like I think at one point people were like ashamed, like, oh, I'm using Chat GPT. Now it's who the hell is not using Chat GPT? It just makes your life easier. I can copy and paste. I mean, as long as you're not like, for me, I don't just use, I use it, or some people will use it and they don't really know anything. They're not feeding. It's like I feed mine, like I train mine. It's times where I wanted to just go and fix my grammar, right? Because my mom gets on me all the time. Like if I'm just typing really, really fast, y'all seen some of them posts. I know what I'm trying to say, but for some reason my fingers don't work and my brain doesn't process because I'm like, I know what I'm saying. So I'm just assuming that I'm typing it out correctly from my phone. I hit send and here go my mom, Shakia. Go look at that post. What the hell is you trying to say? So I am trying to now put it in Chat GPT first so that I don't have those issues. But then I'm like, that part is kind of aggravating, like for a quick post, but I utilize it for everything. So when I told it, all I said was doing a live introduce my accelerator program. Are you ready to take your creative hustle to the next level? But it did say in this live session, I took that part out. I'm officially introducing my Creative Business Accelerator Program, the ultimate program designed to help you turn your skills into a profitable and sustainable business. If you've been struggling to get consistent sales, find the right audience for your products or services, create a business structure that actually works, build a brand that stands out, then this is for you. I'll be breaking down what's inside the program, who it's for, and how it's going to help you get results faster and smarter. Don't miss this if you're serious about making your creative business work 365 days a year. I didn't say nothing about 365 in there. But you know what I have done before? I've trained my Chat GPT. So it's going to be in my brand voice. It's going to make your life easier when it comes, when it comes to creating this content for social media to pair with your pictures and things. You have to know how to leverage Chat GPT. Now, I do pay for mine. You can still get some really great stuff with the free one. I used the free one for a long time, but now I do pay for it, and you get a little extra chat, but you can train it. And it even gave me, so like before I told it at one point, I suck at hashtags. So now when it does it, it automatically includes hashtags. So it was like hashtag creative business, side hustle success, entrepreneur mindset, build your brand. Now I could have added to it because I already told it like it's supposed to always have be incredible as a hashtag. It's being real reckless right now. And but we gonna get Chat GPT together later on. But you can leverage that to help you in your business if you know how to use it properly. If you are someone that likes to generate AI images, but you're like, I don't know, like I see all this stuff, but I don't really know how to make these prompts, right? So when we're talking about like AI, people just think of like prompts and like for creating images. You can prompt it like in the thing, like just to help you with your business as well. You can have it act as like a marketing manager, act as a mentor, but you have to know how to properly use it and feed it and train it first, right? But if you're someone that wants to create your own images and you're just like not sure how, you can go and tell your Chat GPT, I want it to look like this. What are like the keywords to get like this result? Okay, well, I want da. Can you generate a prompt that I'm going to put into an image generator to give me this look? It's going to give you the prompt. You take that, you put it into an image generator. They have their own, but it's like, sometimes, but you can put it into an image generator and you didn't have to like, it's just ChatGPT is great. And that's one of the main things that we're going to kind of go over within this 20-week accelerator program. Okay. So we're also going to go through pricing and profitability, how to make money and keep it, So that's one of the pillars. You have to know about your numbers. You got to know numbers. You got to know how to price and make sure that you're profitable. Business structure and legal protections. So this is like, setting up your foundation, and then mindset. Day one, we're going into mindset. What is your mindset when it comes to this business? I do not shy away from the fact I know some people do not like it. It makes some people turn away from me. It might discourage them because I don't use the word crafting. I despise the word craft business. Craft businesses are the ones that's being shut down. Okay. Joann's is going bankrupt. They're shutting down. They have a business that's based around crafts. I can't stand that word or like that terminology. You have a business. You are making shirts the same way that every major company. Yes, you're doing it on a smaller scale just because you have, smaller desktop, type equipment that was initially like just created not for creating a business, like for those who wanted to craft. Once you moved away, like once you decided you wanted to monetize it, we're moving away from crafting. You are just creating. You have a business, just like all the other companies that's going to make shirts, that's going to paint shoes, that's going to put designs on cups, that's going to make a yard sign, that's going to make like just going to be a print shop. Like, those who now get into print, you now say, oh, I have a craft business, a craft print shop, a craft print. Wait, how would I even say that? A craft printing business, I guess. That sounds crazy. I can't even figure. I have a print shop. It ain't a craft print shop. It's just a print shop. So it's mindset. That's going to be one of the biggest transformations for you, where you guys say like, I'm lacking confidence, right? You build that confidence when you start to switch from, okay, it's just a crafter. Because people, your fear is people aren't going to want to pay it because they're just going to think that it's craft. It's hard to switch that mindset. So we're going to do a lot of that. And it's exercises where you're going to have to speak up. You're going to have to post certain things and be confident and get that feedback, good or bad. Everything in business is not going to be great. That's a mindset shift. Is everything that you put out there, everyone's not going to like, and it is okay. Some people are going to leave some harsh comments. Some people avoid posting to social media because they're like, oh my God, like people are so mean. They're so rude. They're so cruel. Who cares? If they are commenting, that is engagement. That is what you want. If you have a 1,000 people post some crazy crap, it's going to make it to where that post gets pushed to where those who appreciate it. And I know you guys have seen it. Put a 3 if you've seen a post and like, you see all these comments, you go in it and you see comments like, oh my God, like, if you don't like it, just move on. Why are they talking about this fight? It's all these like now positive stuff. And they are referring to comments that are negative, but I'm scrolling and I'm like, my little nosy tail, what y'all talking about? Like all I see is like positive comments. Where the negative comments at? So those negative comments fueled the post and it got the engagement up and it's moving. But now there's so much positivity and people saying, oh, great job, and like all these different things. You have to scroll for 1,000,000 years, or you have to change that order to like the oldest post to see the negative comments because so many positive. Stop worrying about the negative comments. If they come in and they're talking crazy, like unless it's real reckless, let it ride out. That in any engagement, the algorithm doesn't care if a person agrees with you. Do you know that there are platforms where their business is putting out content because they want to make money off of content creation, not making anything? Their entire business is content creation, and they will make posts to get a reaction. It's not that they believe it. They want a reaction because engagement and reactions bring funds. That's just the way that it is. So once you change that mindset about what social media is, and you can't be on social media just looking for validation. You can't let it break you down when someone is saying something negative, and you understand that it's just a part of the bigger picture. Once your mindset shifts, you will be free to be successful. Okay. I love ChatGPT. My doctor even suggested ChatGPT to help me with things. I was not expecting that. So I know I need to learn how. Look, there are there are some people who are like in the health and wellness space or like trainers and things like that. It is really hard to like curate the exact plan for someone, like, because you don't really know everything about them. You can go in there, and I've done it before. You can tell Chat GPT, being honest with it, I'm this height, I weigh this much, my goal weight or body mass is this, or I would like to I'm addicted to sugar or addicted to candy or sodas, whatever it is. I want to be able to reduce that down to to like not having, like, not wanting these sweets all the time. I want to be able to reach this. This is how my life is. I only have so many. Like, the more information that you feed it, and then you tell it, can you create for me a monthly, a month worth of like exercises based like you tell it your body type, a month worth of exercises for my body type, and create a meal plan for me. These are the things that I like. I don't like these. You can have it help you with recipes, all sorts of things. And, if you cannot afford a trainer, I mean, it's a starting point. But then a great trainer, they're able to leverage ChatGPT to get all this information about their client. And then they're really good. Like, they're not just going to give that to them. They're going to maybe tweak it some. You can even go as far as to tell it, okay, I want to be able to do this, but look, don't come over here giving me no, I got to be organic. Look, my money is funny. Okay, this is what my pockets are looking like. How can I get this weight down with a budget of da da da? So now it might let you know, okay, because you can't afford to get these types of foods, because your money funny, that 1 month goal that you had, no. We're gonna have to stretch this out over 2 months, okay? Because your money don't match your goals. So we're gonna have to stretch this out. And you can tell it to be honest with you, to be brutal. You can tell it how to talk to you. And sometimes it will really, who you talking to, player? You a robot. Stop talking to me like that. But you can really, 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 really train ChatGPT. This is my husband. Hold on. Okay. Anywho, so all that was like basically under mindset. There's so many different. There we go. I don't know. It keeps going out. There's so many different mindset shifts. Yeah, she said you can tell it tone and voices and things of that nature. Let's see what else was up here. Good idea. I didn't think to ask it to help with hashtags. That's why you need a me. It's so many things that you guys are not thinking of. You're not even thinking, like, it's like, I don't know to ask that question because I would have never thought that. This is why you need a me. And I'm moving away from, I'm going to, we're going to have Q&A for you guys to ask questions. I guarantee the questions are going to just fly off your tongue once you kind of get all this information, like, in this type of setup. But this is why you need a me, to help you think about the things, to have you really, really thinking about things that you were like, they weren't even on your radar. Okay. I use ChatGPT today to help me find online communities for Black authors and indie authors to help me grow in the writing business. I've even searched for online writing courses because ChatGPT can give you more specific results than going through Google. So that, like, ChatGPT is becoming like the new Google or like the new search engine. All right. So now with this, the 5-day, we're going to go through those 5 principles. And this is where, when you go in, you're going to find out my order of importance, because each of those days is going to basically be in the order of importance. And then after that, it is broken down to where we have several sessions per week. And we're going to have like different topics. I do what's called like my pro calls, where it's more like Q&A style. We'll have those throughout like the month. You'll have assignments that you have to do. Now, everything won't apply to you. that is the one thing that, day one, I'm going to kind of go in there and let you know that everything that we go through in this 20 weeks is not meant for you to apply everything. You have to really, 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 really dial in to what you need at this moment, what you have the capacity to work on in that moment. Some of the information that you're going to get in this accelerator program, you may not need to utilize it for 6 months, maybe a year, and it's going to, but you'll have that information in your back pocket. Once you hear it, you can't unhear it. So when you're ready to take action on it, you will be able to, because there's going to be some things that you're going to learn about. It does require additional financial investments. The class is an investment, but it doesn't mean that you're going to be able to get everything you need and like, okay, nope, I'm not going to ever pay for anything else. There's going to be other things that you're going to have to invest in. If we talk about virtual addresses, we're talking about the differences between having a UPS box versus a PO box. I can't, your $900 is not going to cover your PO box. You still have to invest in that, right? If it is, marketing, I'm going to tell you, I may help you with certain things to help you with marketing, but you may have to pay someone to help you with that. You may have to invest in a ring light or, some sort of camera if you know that your phone is always ringing. So if you're using your phone to record content, remembering to put it on do not disturb, or it's going to distract you. Do you have another phone? Like, there's going to be things that you're still going to have to invest in to help your business. So I'm not saying that everything will apply to you. You may not be, someone, when we get to the one, like the part that's talking about showing your face and how you can do certain things, ring lights and talking about lighting and stuff like that, that may not be for you. The one thing that I am great with is providing a good, better, best, or providing like a beginner, intermediate, like advanced. When we go through, if you're wanting to take your own pictures of things, understanding lighting, and one ring light doesn't, do much. Ring lights are great for beauty, and like it's right here. It's making my face look like I have a filter on it. And baby, all I did was some eyebrows and a little line, okay? Ain't no foundation, ain't no beat on this face, ain't no blush, no nothing. Got a little bit of concealer around the eyebrows just to go ahead and, shape them up. But there is no eyeshadow. There's nothing on the skin. But baby, this Elgato ring light, baby, it is giving. Got the face looking filtered, honey. Yes, God. Okay. All I got, just right here. Just a little something. Oh, actually, not even right here, baby, right here. That's the only place it is. And then because you put a little bit there. I mean, I pushed it up some, but all up here ain't nothing there. You see how shiny that thing is? But that's that natural. That's that. Thank you, Sharon. Thank you, Derek. Appreciate y'all. But just ring lights, like they work for beauty and face stuff. But when you're doing product, we want to avoid the shadows. Sometimes having that ring light, and depending on what it is that you are taking a picture of, you're going to see this big old ring in. So there's a certain way that you have to take your picture. These are things that we are going to go over in this program. Everything that you're going to need, in doing a lot of the stuff yourself. And then eventually you'll get to a point where you're going to have somebody else do these things for you. This is not something that's going to be heavy in like designing. So if you're still struggling with that and you need classes on like designing, for your shirts, designing chip bags, that's something totally different. It's not included in this particular program. Now, just like Creative Lounge, you will have discounts to be able to apply towards other classes that you may need to take of ours. If we haven't gotten to pricing, but you're like, look, I cannot wait for that part, I need help with pricing, you'll be able to use your discount to go and purchase our pricing for profit. That way you can go through that information, at least get a jump start on doing your pricing. So all the creative stuff, like it doesn't include like all of my classes. We have certain lessons. You do have to wait for it. It's like I said, it's 20 weeks. So you have to, pace yourself, but you will have opportunities to take, you need to take our foam board class because, I want to make these, I want to understand how to cut foam board properly to make X, Y, and Z. Like you can do that. You can take our party favor class. You can take our grad master program, if you want to know about stoves and stuff like that. Now, in that program, we talk a little bit about marketing, branding, and pricing, but then you get even more of that, like, and it's more detailed in the Creative Business Accelerator Program. All right. So far, how many of you guys, you're like, I know this gonna come with a cost, but cost aside, by show of hands, or what number are we on? 3. So by show of fours, how many of you guys know that you need to be in this accelerator program? How many of you guys know that you need to be, you got to figure out a way to get in the room? She's like, ChatGPT is my motivator. She's like, look, 4 for 4 for 4 for 4 for 4 for 4 for 4. 4, 4, 4. Okay. Well, she said me. Things like taxes, guys. I studied tax laws for a year straight. I went from, now we're in business and we're making all this money. And I knew tax stuff. Like, I've been doing taxes, and my mama was at one point, like, anything that was like, was it 1040 easy? Like, for other people, she was able to, figure that out for folk and, do their taxes. Even though it was like really, really easy to do, because 1040 easy is like the easiest one to file. My mom used to do that. I learned about tax. I learned about it like when I was in the military. I remember, was it one of those places they had like the little training thing, but I'm like, baby, I did not want to do this, whatever. But I got like the information. So I've been doing my taxes for a long time. And I thought I knew about tax code until like I really, really dived in. Even like with a business, even had a job, like, the money that we were making, especially once we had MJ, we were able to still get like a refund. But baby, when the business started businessing and you seeing them 6 figures, and Uncle Sam is like, so your 6 figures is now not that first 6 figure, because 6 figures ranges from 100,000 to technically $999,000, like $999,999.99. Like, until you hit $1 million, that's still 6 figures, right? So when they're like, you got too many 6 figures, you ain't got enough deductions no more to get a refund. You actually owe us some money. Excuse me? How much money do I owe you, sir? Around 10K. I'm sorry. Excuse me? How much? You heard what I said. Oh, okay. Thank God I got it in the account to pay you, but that was that mad as hell. The next year, okay, no, we ain't gonna let this happen. I do what I need to do, making sure like all of those really small things. And it's like, okay, we made more money, but we had to pay back less because I understood certain things. All right, cool. Oh, but baby, when I can do what and with who and wait, my kids, and this is money, and I'm not taxed on it, and I get a credit for it. Oh, I can deduct stuff like Lysol wipes. I can deduct. I mean, because this is not new. Go back to videos. I'm always saying account for everything, but I'm like thinking about the stuff like in my, paper clips and tape and like realizing the difference in just taking the standard deduction for your vehicle, like using it for business, versus actually tracking it, and strategies that you can take where even like your everyday stuff that you can do some things, whatever. I'm like, oh, wait a minute, baby. So we went from 10,000 to 7,000 to, oh my God, I don't want, baby, we got a refund. Wait, hold up. We got a refund. Hey, I gave up. I'm like, I got a whole business until I have I gave up on ever seeing a refund. Like, like love that little refund. It's tax refund time. And I'm like, and, I'm not the person that can ball because I got a big refund back. Because baby, once this business was businessing, baby, Uncle Sam said, "Run me my money, 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 money." Hey. So luckily, I've always been able to, like, I paid that little 10,000, paid this 7,000, and this year we got a refund back. Yes, God, hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Okay. So I want to share that with you guys. Like, so for some, you might still end up owing, depending on, like, how certain things are. I realize where certain investments, this is where I'm like, I'm investing in coaching, even if I don't fully apply it, because unlike college, the classes. So if you did not know, if you have a business and you are taking any classes for 365 Creative Academy to help you with that business, guess what that is? That doesn't have to just be like, okay, I just spent out this money. When we say it's an investment, it is an investment. That amount, there's a nice little section for that. There's an itemized section for that. And every single class that you have taken from me that year, put that baby on there and get that deduction, okay? Reduce that tax liability for every class. You go and you take this one, it is going to be a tax deduction for you next year. When I learned these things, I stopped running away from investing money into coaching and programs and things like that. Even be like, well, what is this? It's a class because I needed one little piece of it, but me utilizing that one little piece makes it to where I can put this on the taxes. Okay. I learned things like I'm excited to do our taxes this year because, learning about things because I teach business. Mine is a little bit unique. So there was a little strategy that I was able to do around the holiday time that, yes, I cannot wait to see how that affects our taxes. Like, yes. Tax laws are not made for working Americans. Tax laws exist for people in business. And that was a lesson that I had to learn. So now, like, then I took the time to learn and leverage tax laws to minimize my tax liability and maximize my deductions. This is stuff that no one's probably ever broken down to you. I do recommend that you still talk to a tax broker because that's going to be the disclaimer. When I get in there, I am not a tax professional. I am not a certified accountant. I'm not this. I'm not a bookkeeper. All these different things. You want to talk to your, a certified tax or accountant, and those who've gone, like, they've done all these things. You may, run it past them. But I'm at least going to plant the seed for you so that you know the proper questions to ask that tax professional, because that is what I had to do. But I had to know what to ask and what to look for. So I'm going to help you guys do that. You're going to get that in this accelerator program. We have dates and several dates where it's not overwhelming, where we're going to break down those things. It's like I have it strategically set up to where we'll talk about it. We'll kind of have some other stuff that you can digest and do some research on it. And then we're going to come back and then, like, fill in the gaps for other things. So it is going to really, really help you, like, on that front. The switch, like just understanding, the benefits of having an LLC, S Corp, a C Corp, leveraging business credit and things of that nature. When you have a website, like right now, I use Shopify, and with orders and things coming in, like, I can go and leverage a Shopify capital. And right now it is sitting at some really nice 5 figures because of the orders and amount of things that comes in. They will allow you capital. And then by me using PayPal offers capital. Sezzle offers capital. So like there are benefits to having the websites. How do you leverage that? So yes, we want websites to be able to help us automate things, but it can help you. If you can't get a loan with the bank, these places are saying, yo, I'm seeing the money come through this platform. Let me offer you some money. I'm just going to take it off the top of your orders. I see that you have orders. Now, banks may not, because they're like, oh, well, you don't have your credit up. You don't have this. You don't have that. But these platforms will offer you money because you have money coming through their system. So some people just automatically go to, like, business credit, wanting to go to banks, go to lenders. But if you have your business set up, you have your website set up, you're making sure that those orders go through these payment processors, you have access to capital from the companies that you are using, PayPal, Sezzle, and for me, like Shopify, things of that nature. So we're going to go through things like that in this accelerator program. And it's only going to cost you $900 if you do one-time payment. So $936.50, y'all know all of our prices have $365 in it somewhere. If you want to use Sezzle, Affirm, Afterpay, Klarna, any of those, it's $1,013.65. We also have a monthly option. So if you're that's the one you can cancel anytime. So even with doing the $1,000 lifetime access, right, which is a great deal, you're still now going to be committed to paying them folk however they break it down. You have to pay that amount, and it might be more than $93. It might be depending on, like, especially if you use Affirm, depending on how you have it broken down. You want a 3-month, a 6-month, a year, or whatever. It will break that down. Or you can do $93.65 per month and sign up that way, and you can technically cancel at any time. Now, you don't get access to all the information anymore, but you can cancel at any time if you're doing it that way. But if you buy into it, you have lifetime access to all of those playbacks. But that gives you a way to kind of get in, at least be able to get in for a few months, apply some of the things, and then maybe once you're making money, honey, you can then kind of go, okay, I now have the money. She's proven to me that her formula, her system, her information works. I'm making money. I now can get the lifetime access. All right. There is a discount code to get 10% off. And it'll apply to even the monthly. So instead of paying $93.65, you use that 10% off discount code, which is good for a few days. It will take off 10%. You're going to pay around like $75, per month for that. Okay. She's like, I learned from you, told my coworkers some tips. Ooh, why didn't I tell you my mouth was white? Y'all could have put it in the chat. Y'all don't even look out for me. Told my coworkers some tips, and then she got a refund. Otherwise, she was going, oh, babe, I'm trying to tell y'all. Look, I have studied these tax laws. Okay. I'm addicted to information. She's like, yes, my accountant, tax person taught me this. I account for everything I buy for this business, glue, paper. But that's the thing. Like they'll say, like, most people think about things like that. Glue, paper, paperclip. No, there's other things. Okay. I'll tell you, one of the major lessons I learned is actually from Wendy Williams, right? So people would mess with Wendy because when she was out and about, it's like, well, girl, why you don't look like you look on TV? Like, where that hair at that you be pulling the little notes and stuff from? That lace, that's like that real HD lace, baby. We cannot tell you have a wig on, right? They didn't belong to her. They belong to the production. They belong to the business. So even something like your hair, you need it for business. You have this persona. You can't just show up busted, to where even your hair and getting that done. So that's why one of the reasons why I like, because you just go and get your hair done. It's a little bit different. You can't, unless it's like specifically for like a brand shoot, things like that, because then you're just using your hair like regular. But you can go and you can have wigs. You can do. That's why I love wigs, because wigs can be write-offs. They can be deductions. Yes, God, baby. When I get off of here, I got to get the ones. It's been times where I'm like, I don't feel like it, and look, I have my natural hair, but my natural hair is dynamite dried out my hair. Okay, this one right here, they're my regular one. Okay, I had to go get me a new one. I got a couple of them. But I got extra wigs, okay? Because I got work wigs and I got non-work wigs. Because I learned that becomes a write-off because I want to be cute, okay? Yes. So I like I said, when I studied what you could deduct, what is ordinary and necessary, like it is, I can't be on here looking busted, okay? And not a good look. I look at some of my old videos and I'm like, I cannot believe I got on these people internet looking like that. When I learned what is ordinary and necessary, it changed the game for me. And it's like things that you're like, wait, you can really deduct that? You know why the rich of the rich, like they get cars for deductions, right? It helps them when it comes to their business. They get private jets, because if I don't, I'm going to owe too much money. Yeah, they're paying $50,000-$60,000 like a year for for the pilot. This, they have to, because they're making so much money. That becomes a deduction. Yes, it's great for them, to be right, but it's also a business move. So you see them and like they're living this luxurious life, but it's also it's just a part of business. Once you hear the information, you can't unhear it. It makes you hungry to learn more. And that's what made me dedicate like a year to understanding this. Baby, I want to get to a point where I can use having a private jet, a private chef, all these things as tax freaking deductions. I need it in my life. I probably won't, because I'm not a big traveler, but it's nice to know that that could be a possibility, So we're gonna go through all that. There's links in the description. If you're on Facebook, I have to post it again because it doesn't quite show up like correctly, but you can go to 365 Creative Academy. I'm going to end up putting it on the main page, but you can go there and you can sign up for it. Make sure when you click where it says have a coupon, put in that code. The code is, I'm gonna go up here because hold on. So it doesn't matter which site you use, this code will get you 10% off of the monthly or the one-time fee or the one-time buy now, pay later, even the month to month. Okay. I'm not a business owner yet. I want to master my craft and machines first. I mean, that's what I said. This investment won't be for everyone. But then I also have had those where they're still in that phase of figuring it out, right? And trying to like master things and like learn their machines. And that's okay. Like you're still kind of in that crafter kind of like area. Now, I won't have any more like new content really for you, but you can definitely take some of the older classes that we have and learn from that, because I mean, they're great. They're timeless in like my techniques for teaching certain things. But this is whether you are ready to start a business or not. I need this information. Even if you're just gathering this information to write it in a notebook, you'll eventually not, a year from now, you won't have a membership, but you have all this information and you'll be ready to launch certain information. When it comes to business and like the foundational and the essential stuff of business, it's timeless. No matter how the world changes, these things are foundational. They're essential. They're not going to change. The method in which you do it might change. Then you just have to learn the method, not the strategy. Okay. So I will fill some questions. If you're looking for a specific, a specific session or class or topic, if you want to ask me, hey, is this included? I can let you know if it is or it isn't. Whatever questions you have to make a decision or whether or not this Creative Business Accelerator Program is for you, the floor is open for you to ask those questions. Okay. Damn it. Where in the hell did an hour and a half go? Oh my God. What did you miss? I have it officially, I've talked about it in videos, but this was like the official introduction of our Creative Business Accelerator Program. I did the pilot program about 2 years ago. I went back to I must say it was a great success. I'm not saying like it was totally, messed up and I have to go back to the drawing board, but just kind of watching back the videos, listening to them, just taking a bunch of notes just from other classes, just doing a lot of research. We're now doing this one and it's an accelerator. So we're doing like a 5-day intensive. I'm going to throw so much information. Your hands are going to hurt from the number of notes that you would have to take. The great thing though is you do have access to the playback to be able to go back and watch it and take notes. When you're watching it, I recommend watching it on like 1.5 speed, then pausing it and taking notes and things. But I'm also going to show you a cheat code like in the class, how to get notes that are digital. Yes, I'm going to show you a cheat code. But what was I saying? So this is like the official introduction of the program and what all it will cover and entail and how it's going to help you. So with the morning times for the class, will there be a follow-up evening class trying to see how we can make up for the AM class when we work? Watch the playback. That's how you make up for it. So if I'm being honest, a lot of you, like a lot of classes, people come in there, you're just listening to the information anyway. They're not asking questions, they're not engaged. Like, they listen to information, okay, all right, until next time, and they just go. So you have to be disciplined. Now, I know, you are one of the ones, like you have said it to me before, where you need that accountability. Like, you need to know, like, it's there. Like, if you just had to go back and watch the video, you're not going to, maybe, like, it's less likely for you to go back. That is something that you are going to have to overcome, and you're going to have to make the time. If it's on your way home from work, you go in, you play that video, stop listening to the radio, just listen to the information that is being provided, and then you can go back and like take notes once you get home. Like I said, listen to it on double speed, or like 1.5 speed. Listen to it that way. When you are washing dishes, prop that phone up or that iPad or whatever it is and listen to the information. But that is discipline that you are going to have to develop for yourself and implement for yourself. So no, I'm not, like, that will defeat the purpose for me. I'm not having this thing where it's like, oh, it's a morning session, it's an evening session on the same thing. For me to be able to get this information out, that morning session might be like on a, let's say if that was like on a Tuesday, will be one topic, and that evening session is going to be on something else, so that we can get all this information to you in a condensed time. So you're going to have times where you can ask questions, but you need to watch that video back so that you can ask questions. But no, it's not going to be a watch in the morning and review it in the evening. No, it will not be. Any other questions? Not really much to take notes on. It's me just talking about the Creative Business Accelerator Program. If you're not ready for a business, there's not much for you to take notes on for this particular one. We talked about my 5 essential pillars of business, and that's going to be the accelerate. Like, that's the 5-day intensive, and that's going over. And note, I have the order. I posed the question: what order would you put these 5 pillars in? My order will be revealed when you see what each day is and the order that they are in. So it's the things that you have to understand, not to say that you have to master right away, but the more you, like, if you do master it, it's going to help your business out even more. Understanding that, one, that there's a difference between branding and marketing. Like, they're not one and the same. So that, like, your branding and your brand identity or your business identity, your ordering process. Not everybody is ready for a website. So I do teach good, better, best, beginner, intermediate, advanced. Everyone's not ready for a website, but you can be successful. You can have systems in place, SOPs, standard operating procedures, standing operating processes. So you can have those in place. How you communicate with your clients, how do they initially, interact with you? What is the response email? You can create an automated email where anytime someone has an inquiry, this is the first email that goes out. What's the questions? If you're doing customized things, oh, well, the customer they don't tell me what they want, whatever. There's ways that you can ask those questions. Like, send them a questionnaire, have them fill out so you can get a feel like their personality, so that you can then go and create something amazing for them and not have a lot of this back and forth. Like, these are ordering processes. These are your, setting your SOPs. This is your customer experience. How are you communicating with them? I'll tell you, I like looking at people's websites. I was just on someone's website. It's a celebrity couple. They have a website. And of course, I go on there and you don't see their name. It says powered by Shopify. No. Like, come on. Like, that's, yes. I mean, we know people use Shopify. Shopify is the leading e-commerce platform, but there's a way to change that to where it is your branding and we're not using Shopify. So hey, not say red flag, but ding, ding, like, let's correct this. Let's fix this. And sometimes people don't know. I don't know who did their website. Maybe they don't know that you can go in there and change that powered by Shopify, and you can go and put powered by, or just put your information and your LLC and all that stuff at the bottom where that is. And then when you go into like their terms and conditions, there is like these brackets, and you're supposed to put something there, put a link there. They have no link there, right? They just use the generic ones. And that just shows that you didn't go through this. You didn't bother to read it. And so here I am highlighting, and I definitely emailed it to them. Like, hey, this is just, I'm a Shopify partner. I help build websites. I built websites for people. I'm trying to kind of like spot these things and look for these things. Not sure if you knew, like, with using that template that this is here, you may want to go take a look at that. And, I even gave instructions how you would go copy that link, put it there. That's how you would change that. So I did that, for like their website. I can't help it. Like, I just can't help it. Right. So things, when it comes to like whatever that ordering process is, your customer experience, things of that nature. Then we're going to go through pricing, how to properly price. I've actually had 6 sessions on pricing. So I do one-on-one sessions. People book with me to go over their exact like issue and things like that. So pricing and understanding your profitability, like how much money are you making, how to keep that money. One of the people that I did a one-on-one session for pricing, we went through certain things. I even provided like an Excel spreadsheet and like I did the formulas. They didn't have to worry about that. I told them all you have to do is, go through, get all of your like information, plug it in. It's going to calculate it for you. And even with that, they came back, and now, we are booked, and they're paying for us to create their price. Like, okay, this is a bit overwhelming. I need for you just to go ahead and do this. All right. Yep. So that service is blah, 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 blah. Yep. To them, it's worth it to not figure it, like to not have to have that headache. They are going to pay to have their pricing and all those things just basically set up. So, hey, that's really, it's really, really important. It's essential to understand your pricing. Our session was like 2 hours. Just breaking all down, and they were just like, whoa, this is a lot. Like, this is a whole lot. I think every session for price I've had has been anywhere from 2 to 3 hours at $123 per hour. And then the next part, one of the other pillars is business structure and legal protections. There's a very big misconception that just getting an LLC protects you, and that's not the case. So we're going to go over that. And then mindset. So those are the 5 essential pillars to setting you up for success. You have to have a good understanding of those things. And that is what the Creative Business Program will help you with. It is an investment. If you want like lifetime access to it, we're going to teach this first part in 20 weeks. Like the bulk of it is going to be like in 20 weeks. But of course, we'll still have sessions and like mentorship and like coaching sessions like after that 20 weeks. And then eventually I'm going to kind of go back into the 20 weeks again for those who are new, so they get that same experience. But you get lifetime access for $936.50 or $1,013.65. Always $365, always staying on brand. Or you can do month to month for $103.65. So like it's not reoccurring. It's not going to automatically debit from your card. You can put that, like set that up on PayPal. You can even technically take that monthly one and set it up on Klarna, Affirm if you want to do it that way. Like just for that month to month. Once that month is over with, you don't have access anymore. Or you can, so month to month, or you can do the lifetime access. If you do it on our shop site, you're going to build rewards points to go towards other classes. You can use Sezzle. You can use PayPal, buy now, pay later, as long as your PayPal account is a personal account and not a business account. You can use Shop Pay. If you want to use Affirm, Klarna, Afterpay, Cash App, you would do it on the actual Academy site. So that's what we did. The links are, I'm going to post them again, but they're in the description of this video. So you click out of the live chat and go into the description. The links are there. It basically tells you if you want to pay for it with Affirm, Klarna, Afterpay, click here. If you want to use Sezzle, Google Pay, Apple Pay, both of them work for PayPal if you're going to use that. it'll tell you, okay, click on this one and to also build rewards points. So it's in the description of this video. No, the Creative Lounge is not a part of this. Creative Lounge is not this. Now, in the Creative Lounge, you have a discount code that you can use forever, however, whenever. It's 20% off. So you can get 20% off of it, but it is not included. This is not included in the Creative Lounge. It's a totally different program. If you get it on the shop site, yes, you can, because you're going to pay for the lifetime access one. So yes, you can use any credits that you have, because you can't use them on Honestly Speaking products right now. So you can use any store credits or, like, the discount codes, and you can use the code to take. So you put, you'll put that one in to take the 10% off, and then put in the other codes. Is ChatGPT new? No, it's like basically like AI. It's been around for a while, and there's like now other versions of it. Microsoft has like their Copilot and things of that nature. But no, ChatGPT is not. I mean, define new. It's been around for several years, several years. Will you say this program will be great for someone who wants to take their craft? Yes, that's exactly what it is for. If you want to take it from a hobby to a thriving business where you are maximizing on taxes, like you are even setting yourself up as a hobby, as a crafter, don't get me wrong. You can make some things move and shake with a couple of printers, a cutting machine, depending on how you define lucrative, because somebody went back and forth with me about, oh no, it can be lucrative. It depends on what it is that, like, what you define as lucrative, and how much effort is that going to take waiting for certain printers. And so we'll have those discussions when you scale. Like sometimes some people have never been exposed to larger format heat presses, larger format printers, like heat presses that are not like pulling down. Like, we know that one. There's auto ones, but there's literally heat presses when they're doing like uniforms and things like that. They have the fabric. They're going to put the print down, and it's literally this big roller, and it's moving, and it is literally heat pressing this as it's going through. Like, this world is so much bigger. There are cutting machines that are way bigger. We think, oh, it's a 24-inch one. There's ones that are way bigger than that. They cut more efficiently. There's a lot of people now. I was just having a conversation with someone about, like, even with the vending machines and things like that with the foam board. Oh, it's so much work. We have to charge this. There are way, like, whether you do it or you outsource it, CNC routers. How many of you guys, okay, I think we're number 5. If you've never heard of a CNC router, put a 5 if you've never heard and don't know what a CNC router is. All right. So I just saw someone ask about ChatGPT. So I see. So everybody else here has heard of CNC routers. So basically, you know how, like, think of like that, really kind of like a Cricut or a Silhouette, but it's this large cutter that will cut through foam board. You cannot put on a You cannot put on a cameo and things of that nature. A CNC router and how it's designed, it will cut through like your chloroplast, your foam board, um, uh, and make it to, this is where you get those like really detailed, like the large cutouts. They're not cutting that out by hand. They're not using a hot wand and melting it. It's a flatbed CNC router, and it's going to go and contour that cut, and it's going to be done in 2.5 seconds. So when we're like, well, dang, how can they charge this amount of, because I'm not cutting it by hand. You feel like it is this daunting task and I have to charge all this money because it's taking so much time and my hands hurt. I got arthritis. They're cramping up. When there are other companies like, okay, I'm going to put this on. He's going to read this registration record. It's going to go, be done with it, pop it out. Boom, we're done. Right? If your business has a demand for it, you are killing the game and, making these vending machines. But now you need a resource where, okay, let me just assemble. I don't want to do all this other stuff. I just need to be able to assemble. There are options for that. That is how you level up. You don't have to go and change your business. If you don't want to do having at least some sort of digital, doesn't have to be that you're teaching. It doesn't have to be that you're like doing like major stuff in the digital space. And that's like your bread and butter. Some people just like doing the thing, like being creative and like putting things together and helping somebody's vision come to life. You can do that and do it on a larger scale. When they had these shirts ready and available at the Super Bowl, the NFL does not own a print shop. They outsourced that they gave that job to a print shop to create those items that were ready for those teams to wear once that game was over with. They gave another shop all of the hats for them to make those hats so that they are ready to wear once the game was over. All the stuff that is, available in the stores and things like that, there are print shops. Probably someone who they started off as a print shop years ago had them like a single station screen print machine many years ago. It's this family business. It's just building, like it's just grown and grown and grown and grown, where now they have corporate contracts. That can be you. But you have to, for some people, it's like just being introduced to it, knowing that there are options to be more efficient. Even with a cameo, I have 7 because I can stack 7. But if I had the space, I would have so many more wide format, larger cutters where I can do 2 or 3 jobs at like one time and let those cut through versus doing them one by one by one. There's ways to be efficient and really make major bank in this industry. But things like a CNC router helps with that. Large format printers help with that. That there's a difference between a latex, an eco-solvent, and a solvent printer. But if you're never introduced to these things, you don't know what's out there. When we're starting, like as a crafter or creative, when we start talking about loans, we're not looking, I want to get a loan because I want to get a loan, a little DTF print. Like, no, like let's make sure that we are investing it the right way. I put a question out there before about that. Like, if you had this amount of money, how would you spend it? And everyone went to like equipment. Y'all must be like doing stuff by yourselves, because if some money came into my lap, the first thing that I'm doing is I'm investing into systems and people. Let me get some help. I don't need any more machines. I have machines that it can work, but I don't have enough of me. If your mindset, the first thing, okay, well, someone's going to give you $10,000. What are you going to get with it? And your first thing is like, oh, I can get more inventory. I can give you equipment. You are not even maximizing the equipment. Getting new equipment is going to make your business instantly great because it's still just you. What is your mindset? That's why there's so many mindset days within this 20-week accelerator. All right. But I got to go. I got to go help with homework. I also have to go cook dinner. Well, just make the meat because we had the other part yesterday. Heat that up and make some fresh meat. And I will talk to you guys later. I will be live tomorrow morning talking about, so if you see me I mean, there are probably like little gems and things in and out of it. But tomorrow I'm going to be talking about the Creative Business Accelerator Program. When you see me in the morning, when you see me tomorrow evening, I'm going to be talking about the Creative Business Accelerator Program. When you see me on Saturday morning before our first live session Saturday afternoon, I'll be talking about the Creative Business Accelerator Program. Okay. Until next time, guys, have a great one. Continue to unlock your creativity. Be incredible. Don't forget that all of the Honestly Speaking, oh, look, submission paper to get great results like this, everything is 52% off as we are reducing our inventory by 75%. Okay. All right, y'all. Peace.